What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Addicted to Madden channel. Got some Jaguars gameplay for you. Of course, I'm the Jaguars and going up against the Patriots. And I mean, the Patriots, they're obviously a great team with Tom Brady and everything, but not too many people use them. It's hard to find Patriots gameplay. Not for some reason, people just don't really use them that much. Tom Brady's great, of course, and they got Gronkowski, who in real life isn't what he used to be, but in Madden, I think he's still a good Madden player. And other than that, I mean, they're okay. I get the pick right there, the user pick. The thing was with the quarterbacks like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and the others, when they're so accurate, and usually, I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised they gave me that pick, because usually with those kinds of quarterbacks, they let you get away with some bad throws. Like the Madden will give you about 5 bad throws before they finally make it a pick. I mean, there's lots of times there's drop picks, and it gets frustrating playing against these kinds of guys. That's usually what I have to worry about is, even if the guy isn't really that great, he still might end up being successful because they're going to keep giving him chances. But they actually gave me a pick. They gave me, there's another pick right there. So kind of surprised that they were giving me these picks. This game is actually pretty old. Took a little bit of a break from recording. Number one, my software was screwed up, and so it was corrupting all of my files. So the games that I was playing, I was unable to edit them. So I ended up uploading a few whole games, but I don't really particularly like doing that, because I want to be able to comment on the games, and obviously if it's a full game, I'm not going to be able to do that. So, but this was I think this was probably the last game that I had recorded before the software got corrupted. So, so I'm able to, but I'm just now getting to doing the commentary on it, so I don't even really remember this game. I know that I win the game, but other than that, I don't really remember. Don't be cute. That helps me to remember a little bit more. I think towards the end, I mean, I'll talk about that a little bit more as we get a little bit towards the end of the game. But using the Jaguars is it's very challenging. This might actually end up being my last game with the Jaguars. I end up, with a winning record using the Jaguars. They they're not a bad team to use. Actually, they're really not that bad to use. It's just that the quarterback gets injured all the time. I actually use their third string quarterback, Stephen Morris. He's very mobile. All of his speed ratings are very high, which is what I like. So he's a very mobile quarterback. So I like using him. But the only problem is he just gets injured all the time. Every game that I play, he gets injured, and I mean just after a couple of hits, and I'm not even talking hit sticks. Just regular, just tackles. I mean, sometimes it might be a hard tackle, but either way, he always gets hurt, and it's just I can't deal with that. So then when Blake Bortles comes in, who's he's a fine rookie, but I like running the read option. I like running with my quarterbacks. I like having 2 running threats in the backfield that you have to worry about. As well as being able to scramble in case I don't have anything on a passing play. I could always just scramble and maybe run forward, or at least get out of the pocket and throw it away. And with Blake Bortles, I obviously can't do that. So I don't particularly so I don't like to use him. And since the other guy gets injured so much, I end up using Blake more than I use this guy. So it just makes me not want to use them. I've been doing the Jets. I've been playing a lot of games with the Jets, and I have a winning record with the Jets. I have a winning record with the Jaguars, to be honest with you, but still, the Jets, I mean, Michael Vick, whom you would think would be fragile, really isn't. I mean, I've taken lots of big hits with him, and he never gets injured. So I don't, so it is what it is with that. And then I even did a few games with the Skins during the time when I couldn't get the recording to work. But the Skins were a very difficult team to use. I was not able to use them. I only won like 2 games with them, and in fact, one of the games that I lost was actually one of the games that I won. The guy quit. He quit pretty early in the game. He said he had to go to work or something like that. So I don't know, but That was the only, so I mean 2 games out of I think maybe 9 or 10 games. So I couldn't use them. That was it. I just decided, you know, forget the Redskins, you know. And I mean even RG3, another player whom I thought would be you know, very fragile, actually ends up being pretty tough. So I titled this game "Don't Get Cute." Now you see that I have the 14-7 lead, and I was in scoring territory, you know. And the problem is with what I was doing there is he started run committing. He knew I was going to try to run off the clock. He started run committing, so I tried to get cute and try to call pass plays so that when he would run commit, I could just throw it over the top. But he would always guess right. Like whenever I did actually run, he was doing run commit. And then when I actually did pass, he didn't do run commit, so I couldn't do that. I ended up getting sacked, and I fumbled it, turned it back over to him. Now he has a chance to tie this game, maybe even go for the lead if he's like me. So I usually go for the 2-point conversion in these kind of situations. You know, I go for the win. You see the missed sack there, which is ridiculous, and another missed sack. I mean, there's too many missed sacks in this game, but I've already talked about that to death. But either way, so yeah, I was getting, you know, like, I mean, that's why I said don't get cute, you know, just even if, you know, if I'm in field goal range, just stay in field goal range. Don't do anything to get yourself out of field goal range. Take the 3 points and get up by 2 possessions. He ends up throwing yet another pick. I can't believe that they let Tom Brady throw all these picks, but he ends up D'ing me up there, and then I do have to punt it back to him, but he's got no timeouts. So trying to play man coverage, but I'm trying to keep him in the middle of the field. I don't want him going out of bounds. So when I do the man press, I press to the outside. So if you press, again in PS4 language, if I press triangle at the, you know, when you're at the line of scrimmage, you press triangle, and then you press the right analog stick to the right, then basically your DBs will basically press them so that the DBs are on the outside of the receiver. That way, it's, you know, you're basically giving them the middle of the field. That makes it harder for them to do out routes. So that's a good tip for you. And if you ever want to push them outward and be on the inside of the receivers, then you do triangle and analog to the left. So another pick by Brady. I think he threw 4 for the game. And of course, this game's over. Another close game. Thank you for watching, and there's more videos coming.